Hello, Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to Rooted in Music TV, where everything that we talk about, everything that we discuss is rooted in music. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms, and y'all know how I feel about my chizzing. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $ Mike US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Project Pat is giving New York City the business, explaining why New York fell off, why the West Coast fell off, and why the South is reigning supreme, why the South has reigned supreme for so long, and why the South will reign supreme forever in this hip-hop game. Talk your shit, Project Pat. Talk your shit, nigga. Talk it. Talk. Come on, Memphis. Where you at? Talk it. I got a video on the play for y'all. This is a video. I didn't play a video. I don't know if they're going to copyright, but I'm just going to play it. Y'all can listen to it a little bit when I'm going to give you my commentary. Hip-hop news uncensored. Them brothers are handling their business. They got over 880,000 views. 880,000 views. Brothers getting that money. I love to see that. Y'all check out this video. Project Pat is talking with the host of Hip Hop Uncensored. And let's get to it.
This role, and I mess with that. Could never live there though. I wouldn't spend that much money to live there. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Beautiful city, I love it, but I couldn't now. But one thing about it is, I used to always say to myself, one day I was up there, I was at a DJ meeting or something, and I said, man, you know what? And then this, New York was kind of like, you know, West Coast had the game, and New York was still there, but it was kind of like, you could tell they was losing.
They was losing.
And I said, man, you know what? I see what's going on up here. And I had did an interview like some years later, and I told this guy in New York, I think it was major. It was a major.
Project Pat is explaining why New York fell to the West Coast and the West Coast fell to the South, and how the South will run hip hop forever. That's what he said.
Yeah. Not the Breakfast Club, but it was something up there that's like the Breakfast Club. It was something else, I forgot what they call it, but I had the interview, and they asked, and I told them, I said, man, they asked me about hip hop, and they said, man, what you think about New York? You know, New York trying to get their feet back wet. And I said, well, man, New York a big city, man. I don't see how come they can't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't see how come they can't. They can blow up. You know what I'm saying? New York City, like, it's too much.
I know
people
why.
not to come up.
Them New York niggas is grimy. New York hate on each other more than any other city that I've seen in my lifetime. LA niggas link up. They do because Mac 10 and Dub C, they from rival gangs, but they clicked up. Suge Knight and Snoop Dogg, they clicked up. They did have a lot of beefs in LA. LA niggas hate on each other hard too. Don't get it twisted. But New York niggas hate on each other hard. There's an internal beef. That beef is internal and it's eternal. It's forever. This beef that they have, look at 50 Cent is still putting boots in Ja Rule's ass. They still beefing to this day. That was almost 30 years ago. Them niggas in New York don't play, bruh. Them niggas in New York don't play. Like they're a different animal up there.
Right. And then I told him, I said, but I'm gonna tell you, man, like back in the days, how they kind of fell off, how they could have had it to this day and kept it.
Tell us, Pat.
I said, man, one thing about New York, it was always them boroughs. And if you went from one of them boroughs, you ain't had no shot. Mm-hmm. And it's like everybody was brainwashed. Like it's like if somebody would have came out of Salisbury, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody would have came out of Salisbury, Maryland. They was hard. If they'd have came out of Salisbury, Maryland, and New York rappers would have amanned them and from Brooklyn and different stuff. Oh yeah, do hard. That's my guy. Did we did some features with him.
So Project Pat pretty much saying New York niggas is only gonna show love to New York niggas, and they only hate New York niggas. Like, you wasn't coming into New York. New York tried to just have a reign on hip hop, but they did it in a way where they isolated themselves. You ain't from New York. You ain't from the five boroughs. Get your punk ass on somewhere. This is New York business. Hip hop started here. This is the mecca of hip hop. It's ours. It was their ego not letting nobody else in. Project Pat was saying, well, by y'all not letting nobody in, y'all are falling behind the tail end of what's going on.
Welcome them in, bless them in. Then East Coast would have had a stronger hold. You see what I'm saying? Would have kept the game. Because see, if they'd have blew up, then the rappers back then could just did songs with them and they'll still be popping. Mm-hmm. But see, it's like down south, what they got to understand, man, we ain't going to let it go because we country. And we got little towns, plenty of them. And when the little town.
And see, another thing about the South, and I'm going to let it play a little bit longer. I ain't going to play the whole thing. I just want to get the meat and potatoes of what Project Pat, shout out to Memphis, what he's saying. This is another reason why New York has one style, and they feel like because hip hop started in New York, this should be the style that everybody should be rapping. This is why when the West Coast, I'm from the West Coast, shout out Cali. When West Coast, when we came out with our style, E40, Snoop Dogg, Too Short, Exhibit, Corrupt, all them played. Brother Lynch Hung, X-Rated, Messy Marv, Fabulous. We had all these West Coast dudes. It was a West Coast business. So when we're talking about gangs and warfares and the essays and the Serenos, Norteños, the Bloods, the Crips, the Salvadorians, the Tongans, the Samoan, when you hear Snoop Dogg, when you see somebody like Snoop Dogg dressed like you with the khakis and the Dickies, or the jeans and Dickies, or I'm sorry, the jeans and Converse, everybody wearing Converse in California, that was our swag. Converse, Lowriders, get you a little scraper. It was our lingo. The weed smoke. I mean, it's California. The beaches, the palm trees. Everybody hustling. Everybody trying to get it in. Everybody fighting for $1. It's when you see somebody dressed like you, act like you. It's West Coast. New York had a problem with how Ice Cube was talking about bitches and hoes. California is very ignorant. Very ignorant. I didn't think no other. Have you seen Don't Be a Menace with Marlon Wayans and Shawn Wayans? Depicting. It was a comedy, but it was real life. Ignorant. Right? So I didn't think there was any other city or state that was more ignorant than California. You're bum rushing dudes who ain't part of the game, but you messing with people for no reason. Just ignorant. Throwing up gang signs, tagging buildings. Always angry, but there's a lot of political stuff behind that. It's racist out there. It's hard to live out there. It's too damn expensive. So in actuality, New York should have understood Cali because of the political aspect, but New York hip-hop politics feel that everybody should be rapping to dry beats. Vlad was talking about Nas. I'm going to get back to the video, but I'm saying, coming from the West Coast, we didn't like New York beats. They beats suck. I'm going to be honest. Nobody's bumping those beats. New York is very wordsy, very a vast vocabulary. That's cool. But not everybody wants to rap like that. And this is where Project Pat is trying to explain to the world why New York fell out. If you wasn't from New York, you can't come in. And if you ain't rapping like New York ain't gonna respect you. Nobody like rapping on them beats. If you took E40's beats versus New York rappers from New York, E40 will win every time. His wordplay, his flow, his style would bring more audience. If you took somebody that never heard hip hop and you placed them with E40 style, West Coast, versus a New York style back in the day, E40 would win. The beats were slamming, and in his voice and his delivery. Their deliveries, most people couldn't resonate. And I'm going to let Project Pat, because he's from the South and they all about beats too. The Midwest, now they rap a little bit faster, but they still chose good beats. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Tech 9, they still make party beats that get you going. Come on, Pat. Come on with it. I'm about to get on the South ass too. Oh, this is where I brought this up. New York looked down on the South because of what Project Pat just said. Nothing but country bumpkins, yeah balls, bunch of slave mouth ass niggas trying to get behind the microphone. And New York never really looked at the South, the brothers from the South, as rappers, because y'all talk slow. Y'all don't have a good vocabulary. When you think about niggas from the South, they think they're illiterate. Most people think black from the South are illiterate because they're so close to slavery. And we all know what white folks did to blacks in slavery, trying to dumb them down, you know, stuff like that. Slow as in inarticulate, slow as illiterate, but also slow as their pace of life. Like he said, we're a country, just farmers. Like, you're a farmer. What do you have to rap about? You in a farm with cows and horses all day. This was the depiction that New York had for brothers in the South trying to get up in the rap game. So let me be quiet and play a little bit more.
Now, I look at Back Row Freddy. Back Row Freddy from West Hill, Arkansas, right by Memphis. I mean, I'm just saying, is he bumping? Yes, he is. And is it a lot more little towns in Arkansas and a lot of more young dudes like Back Row Freddy? Yes, it is. And when they come out, is they gonna do good? I'm telling you right now, they gonna get their shot. Because we ain't gonna because if you talk about what we want to hear, we gonna bump you. We ain't gonna never say, no, man, forget that dude. He from this, it ain't Atlanta, it ain't this. You see what I'm saying? We don't do that, bro. And that's why down south kept the game. Come on, man, look how long we had this game. Down south had the game for a while, bro.
Yeah,
that's why we got it, because we not tripping. See what I'm saying? We let everybody get their money. We don't care. You know what I'm saying?
You say let everybody get their money. They ain't tripping.
Mississippi. And probably, I'm sure some dudes down there gonna do it. And when they come up, guess what? They gonna have money. They gonna be multi-millionaires. Cause see, we ain't tripping. See, that's one reason why down south, and another reason why down south gonna keep the game. Cause we make club music.
They make club music.
We don't get all serious with it, man. We have fun with it. We gonna make club music.
So this was New York's problem. Project Pat was saying they stuck the South sticks together. We bump anybody as long as the music is bumping. New York had a lot. They were so fixated on them dry beats. But what made New York so cool, and I don't know why New York started going to them dry beats, because New York is a turned up town. The town never sleeps. But Project Pat, going to Project Pat. Project Pat said they have fun with the music. And this is where New York poo-pooed on the West Coast, Midwest, and the South, because we were trying to have fun with it. We're tired of talking. Not everybody want to talk about politics, because talking about politics all day get you depressed about how the world really works. It's depressing. So they have fun with it. And he's right. Little John is from Atlanta. E40 is from the West Coast. And they made history with the song Snap Your Fingers. Like I said, if you took somebody that has never heard hip hop and you play E40 and Lil Jon, West Coast and down south, we love the beats. Now the beats may be different. The West Coast, we like the oldies. The South a little bit too, but they like they shit bumping. But E40 and Lil Jon came together. Snap your fingers. Do your step. I can do it all by myself. And ooh, the first time we heard that beat, children, the first time you heard the beat, it was like, oh, that bitch. And then you saw the video. That's when the dreads, everybody had their dreads. This is hip hop. Hip hop. Have fun. So that type of music, I don't give a damn what you going through. When you bumping that music, having a bad day, it makes you okay. And the music is all about getting money. Getting money. Now, New York, all the concepts are the same. Poor black men coming out the ghetto, getting money, having fun. But New York was fixated on New York wordplay. Niggas like Black Thought and Common from Chicago, like Black Thought or Nas. Not everybody. See, Nas and Prodigy, even Wu-Tang was wild. If you really, now they are New York. They represent the whole spectrum of New York. Wu-Tang represents the wild and crazy side, and they represent the political side. They represent everything from New York. They were very versatile, but I like Nas. Ain't no knock on Nas, but later in Nas' career, He changed his freaking beats. And this nigga it's his voice, his laid back voice. He's very articulate. He was crushing the beats. Jay-Z, a lot of niggas didn't like Jay-Z because it was a new era, flashy, get money, hustle, dope boys. And New York was mad because they weren't talking about politics and uplifting. Well, New York had to understand not everybody's gonna rap like that. And if you are gonna rap about intellect and uplifting your black people, the beats still have to slam. That's why Dr. Dre was killing. That's when the West Coast was killing, because we had the beats. Look at Tupac's beats. Come on, Pat, and I'm close this out.
And long as they making club music.
Club music.
It's a bag coming, man. That's just how they is.
Let me wind a little bit.
The crazy thing about the South, and one thing I always respected, is you don't gotta be hot in the West. You don't gotta be.
How they is.
One thing, the crazy thing about
we don't get our multi-millionaires. Because see, we ain't tripping. See, that's one reason why down south, and another reason why down south gonna keep the game, because we make club music. We don't get all serious with it, man. We have fun with it. We gonna make club music, and as long as they making club music and them booty shaking, it's a bag coming, man. That's just how they is.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, the crazy thing about the South.
So I'm gonna end it there. If you guys want to watch the rest of the video, because I can talk all day about hip hop. I'm an artist myself. I just love hip hop. I love New York. Shout out New York. Shout out Project Pat. Shout out Memphis. Shout out Atlanta. Shout out everybody who's contributing to this hip hop thing and really care about it. This thing can change your life. Even if you don't make it big, man, this is the contribution. It's the love of music, pop music, country music. It's the love of music. So having fun. That's what Project Pat, having fun. Before I close it out, the sonically listening to music, it does play on your emotion. Dun 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 dun. You can tell there's something dramatic happening. Dun, 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 dun. That's depressing as hell. The instruments, the music sets the tone of the emotion. So that's what New York was failing to realize. Y'all beats ain't good. So Project Pat pretty much saying the South stick together. We gonna bump you if it's good. We ain't gonna poo-poo on you because of your geographic. We are not gonna poo-poo on you because of your geographic. But to watch the rest of the podcast, y'all check out. This is Hip Hop News Uncensored. Once again, Hip Hop News Uncensored. And shout out to everybody in the hip hop community. But y'all flood my comments. Did Project Pat make a valid point of why New York fell off and the South has been reigning for the last 20 years? And he's saying that the South will reign forever. 250 capital G. Rooted in Music TV. I'm gone.